Freedom felt like a miracle. For the first few weeks after Diamond returned home, peace filled Sandra's house again. Laughter slowly returned. Prayer returned. Worship returned. Mother and son sat side by side in church, hands lifted, eyes closed, tears flowing. People whispered, "Truly God has done it." Sandra finally breathed again. She believed the storm was over. But storms don't always end quietly. Sometimes they return stronger. One evening, while Sandra was preparing dinner, loud knocks hit the door. Not gentle, not friendly, heavy, urgent. Her heart skipped. When she opened it, men stood there, not police, but angry strangers. One of them shouted, "Where is Diamond?" Another held documents in his hands. "He ruined our lives. He collected money from us before his arrest. Now he's free and thinks it's over." Sandra felt the room spin. More people gathered, some crying, some furious, some threatening. "He promised us business investments. He took our savings. He forged contracts. He disappeared." Diamond had scammed many people before prison. And now, they had come. Diamond dropped to his knees. Tears burst uncontrollably. "I was wicked. I destroyed people. I didn't think I'd live to face this." Sandra held him tightly while insults flew around them. People demanded money, justice, punishment. Some wanted to drag him away. Sandra stood between her son and the crowd, her voice shaking. "Please, give us time." But they shouted, "Time won't heal stolen futures." Sandra realized the truth. Though prison had released him, the consequences of his past were still waiting. That night, Sandra cried harder than she ever had before. "Lord, I forgave him, you freed him, but now this?" She had little money. Her singing ministry was just recovering. Yet the debt was huge, impossible. Then a terrifying thought came. If she couldn't help repay, Diamond could be arrested again, and this time, mercy might not speak. The next morning, Sandra made a painful decision. She sold her jewelry, her instruments, her small savings, everything. She began singing everywhere, crusades, churches, streets, not for fame, but to raise money. Day and night. Her voice cracked, her body weakened, but she refused to stop. Diamond watched his mother slowly wasting away to fix his past, and it shattered him. One night, he fell at her feet again. "Please stop. I don't deserve this." She touched his face gently. Jesus didn't deserve the cross either, but he paid it all. Seeing her sacrifice changed Diamond completely. He went back to every person he had wronged, apologized publicly, worked menial jobs, returned what he could, accepted insults without defending himself. And slowly, hearts softened, anger melted, forgiveness spread, some even canceled debts. People began saying, "This boy is truly changed." One church where Sandra sang heard the full story. Moved by her faith and sacrifice, they raised an offering. Not small, huge. Enough to clear the remaining debt. Enough to save Diamond from rearrest. Enough to restore their peace. When the last payment was made, Sandra collapsed in tears of gratitude. Today, Diamond's story teaches youths to avoid the same mistakes he made. Sandra's songs now carry deeper power, not just melody, testimony, pain, victory. She often says, "Grace didn't just free my son from prison. It freed him from his past." And whenever Diamond looks at his mother, he whispers, "My life is proof that mercy works." But even as their story inspires many, one question remains. Will Diamond's transformation stand when temptation returns? Because change is tested not in peace, but in pressure.